Hello, welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing? So I haven't left, but I feel like I've been gone because all of October I did nothing but Halloween videos, and then my 2 videos I did for the first 2 weeks of November were vlogs, and this is the first actual video actually dedicated to something of my choosing. Yeah, so today is more of a nerd video. Get to see my nerd side for once. We're gonna talk about anime. So you know those little lists that go around, that's like 30 days of anime challenge, something like that? I did that like a couple years ago on Tumblr, and at the time I hadn't really watched that many animes, and I actually went back through them, and a lot of my answers are the same, but some have changed, and I'm having a very difficult time actually just narrowing it down to one anime per topic. So I decided to throw 2 or 3 lists together and compile my own answers, like multiple answers for each question or statement, whatever. And I have 38 of them, and we're gonna hop right into it. I have no idea how long this video is gonna take, but it's probably gonna be a long one. So yeah, let's get started. So number 1 is the very first anime you watched. I am not 100% sure which one is the absolute first one I watched, but it's between Sailor Moon and Pokemon. I mean, come on. That was on throughout my entire childhood. It's either Sailor Moon or Pokemon. I don't know which one is the first one I watched, but it's between those two. Okay, number 2. Favorite anime you've watched so far? Hands down, this is one of those like hard questions for me to answer because I can't just narrow it down to one. It is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Naruto / Naruto Shippuden, and I guess you can throw Boruto in there too, since it's technically a continuation of that, you know. And Inuyasha, and you know, the final act. I'm a sucker for all of those, and we'll get into some Naruto stuff later. Naruto is gonna pop up quite a lot, and you'll know why later. Anybody who's already watching this who knows me in person already knows why there's gonna be a lot of mentions of Naruto, because they know how I feel about Naruto. Okay, number 3, guilty pleasures. High School of the Dead. Why? Because of all the female fan service. There's so much fan service in that anime, and I'm so disappointed in myself for liking this anime, because I don't like it for that. I love it for the story, but there's so much fan service, and I'm like, yo, I'm a girl, I want to see all this stuff. Like, hit me up with that season 2. I thought we were supposed to get some fan service from the dude. I don't know, where's the season 2 at? I'm still waiting. Anyway, Ouran High School Host Club. I did not want to watch that anime. I really didn't, but I watched it for Vic Mignogna, because I will literally watch anything that he is involved in. I'm just saying. Well, almost anything that he's involved in. We'll get on topic of Vic Mignogna later on in this video too. Alright. And then a special honorable mention is Naruto, because I used to not like Naruto. I know, right? How can I not like one of the most popular animes in existence? We'll get into that. Number 4. Favorite male anime character. This took some real like actual thought and consideration. Edward Elric is hands down probably my favorite. Inuyasha, Naruto, Natsu Dragneel, and L. Now, what is a common factor in the majority of these characters? What is a common factor? They're all hot-headed. and most of them are badasses. So I'm just saying there's some similar traits. I like these kind of characters. I'm that kind of person. If I were an anime character, I would be the hot-headed, temperamental character who's also a badass, has a secretive, sensitive side, and you know, that would be me. So I honestly like gravitate towards these characters. Moving on. Okay, favorite female anime character. This is very hard for me to pick because I rarely like any female characters, period, in the anime world. So my number one is Winry Rockbell. My second is Asa Shiguri from Shuffle. And an honorable mention is Hinata Hyuga from Naruto. Now, it is very hard for me to like female characters, period, because most people in the in entertainment industry play women down to make them seem like damsels in distress and they can't fight for themselves or defend themselves. They're always just like, oh my god, save me, I need a man. I'm so not about that life, like, at all. I like a girl who can hold her own and don't need no man to fucking save her and take care of her and shit. Like, she got herself. Winry Rockbell is always beating the crap out of Edward. I mean, yeah, he had to like save her a couple times, but she's not just like completely useless. She is useful. Asa Shiguri, I mean, she's just like, there's nothing like kick-ass about her. She's kind of just like that kind of person you meet in real life who can handle themselves in situations. She got herself. And Hinata Hyuga, that is a very unlikely choice for me to put on here. That's why she's an honorable mention. I hated her character at the beginning of the Naruto series, and I really grew to like her because I saw her change. She matured a lot as a character. There was a lot of character development. There was a lot of character development for Hinata. She was like really shy and quiet, and she didn't believe in herself. She had zero confidence. But then she like grew as a person and as a ninja. She honed her skills to be better, and I saw it like she bettered herself. So she grew from being a character that I disliked to like I ended up actually loving towards the end of the anime. So yeah, she's an honorable mention. She learned to handle her own. She still gets stuck in situations where she needs to be helped, but she rose from where she started from, and I appreciate that. Okay. Number 6, anime you want to see but haven't yet. School Rumble has been on my list for a very long time that I want to see. I also want to see Tokyo Ghoul. I've actually been reading the manga, but I have yet to watch the anime. And it was just really strange for me because I watch more anime than I do reading the manga. You know, like I've read some manga here and there, but I prefer watching it. But yeah, I've been reading the manga, but I would really, 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 really love to watch the anime. Number 7, an anime everyone else hates, but you love. I don't have any. Because I am very, 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 very picky about the animes that I watch. Therefore, every single one that I watch is basically good. Like, no, I take that back. I've watched some bad ones, but every one that I like is a highly rated one that everybody fucking loves. So I'm like, huh, I have good taste, apparently. So yeah, and moving on. Number 8 is the anime I hate that everyone else loves. The top honorable mention would be Naruto. Let me tell you how deep this hatred goes for me. Gather around here, it's story time. So a long time ago, when I was about 13 years old, that was over a decade ago, I had this friend who became my best friend in 7th grade, and I spent the night at her house this one night, right? And she's the one who actually got me back into anime, because at the time I hadn't watched anything since Pokemon and Digimon and Sailor Moon, like back in the day, like 90s kid. Hey, yeah, I hadn't watched anything for real since like childhood, and she pulled me back in with Inuyasha. I remember when I used to say it wrong. Inuyasha. Yeah, she's the one who got me back into it, starting with Inuyasha. She had me starting on, the first thing I watched was Swords, the movie. I'm sorry, people who don't know what I'm talking about, don't know the full title. It's Inuyasha, Swords of an Honorable Ruler. That's the third movie. Yeah. Anyway, so she thought that since I got my best friend into anime again, I should get her into, you know, the good stuff while it's new, you know. So there was a Naruto marathon going on is it technically Adult Swim? Because I feel like we were watching it in the daytime, unless they changed their app. I don't know, but it was on that channel. It was on Cartoon Network, which, you know, eventually turns into Adult Swim at night, you know. And there was like a marathon of Naruto on, and she did not even start me at the first episode, let you know. She didn't even start me at the first episode. She just started me at some random episode at the beginning of the series. And all I can remember is I know that there is this pink-haired girl named Sakura, and there is this black-haired boy named Sasuke, and there's a really freaking annoying blonde kid who wouldn't shut up. He kept saying, "Believe it, believe it, believe it." And I'm like, oh my god, I want to murder this kid. And I was like, oh my god, the pink-haired chick is like obsessed with Sasuke, and he doesn't like give two fucks about her or anybody for that matter. And I was like, he's got a stick up his butt, but you know, he's kind of cool, I like him. But this Naruto character is like really annoying, and all I know is that there were kids like jumping off from trees and attacking each other for no reason at all. And I was just like, every single episode was just these kids hopping from tree to tree, attacking each other with these random weapons. And I was like, what is going on? And I was like, okay, my best friend is tripping. She wants me to get into this anime. I have no idea what's going on. She's not explaining anything to me. There is no plot to this story because every single episode is just these kids fighting each other in the woods. I have no idea what's going on. And I was like, I can't. This anime is stupid. They're just fighting each other for no apparent reason, and this kid is annoying. That was my thought process. I was like, I can't. This is the worst anime I've ever watched in my life. That was my thought process. I was just like, nope, this is not happening. Nope, nope, nope. So from that day on, I just completely despised any mention of Naruto. I was just like, nope, Got to high school, this girl told me, hey, Trish, do you watch Naruto? And I'm like, no, I hate that shit. Not happening. She's like, oh, well, they came out with another one. It's called Shippuden, and you'll actually really like it. I was like, anything to do with Naruto, I'm not doing it. And he's the title character. Why the fuck would I watch something where I know where he's an annoying little brat? Well, he actually matures a lot in Shippuden, and you would really like it. And I'm like, no, I'm not watching Naruto. Naruto is Naruto, no matter how mature and grown up he is. He's still probably an annoying pain in the ass. I'm not watching this series ever, 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 ever. Yeah, there's like 4 characters besides him that I knew, and 2 of them I actually like liked for some, I liked Sasuke and I liked Kakashi. For some reason, I would always remember Kakashi as oh my god, I'm blanking on his name, as Sasuke's older brother, Itachi. I would always call Kakashi Itachi for some reason. I mean, they sound similar, but I kept mixing them up. And eventually, years later, I'm watching all these other animes on my own, and I say, you know what, there will be a time and a place when I decide to watch Naruto from the beginning on my own free will. My own free will, nobody telling me to watch it. And it finally happened. And now I love it. I did hate it at the very beginning though, because I was like, this is so repetitive. The fights are so dragged out. Why does everybody have to describe exactly what they're doing and their attacks? Why am I getting a lesson in ninja art? I was just like, this is so stupid. I was like, Naruto is so annoying. Sakura is annoying. Sasuke's a little bitch. And Kakashi, I was only holding on for as long as I did for Kakashi. Like, as soon as he came into the store, I was like, thank the Lord, oh my gosh. I have something to actually look forward to now. Because after he came in, when he became their sensei, I was like, oh my gosh. I almost stopped watching Naruto like maybe like 3 times. I was just like, I can't do it. And then Kakashi showed up. I was like, thank you so much for showing up. And then he's the only reason that I stayed watching. Then the tuning exams happened. I was like, oh, this is what she had me watching during that marathon. It all makes sense now. I didn't know they were doing some kind of effed up exam. And I think about a little bit after the tuning exams, it started to get interesting to me. No, after Orochimaru showed up, and then after like the one-on-one fights, like after that, it got interesting for me. And that's when I started to be like, I don't want to like you, but I like you a lot, and I hate myself for liking you, because I really thought that I was gonna go into this and watch the whole thing and still hate it, and that's not what happened at all. Okay, but I'm talking way too much about this, so I'm gonna move on. So other animes that everyone else loves that I hate, Durarara. To this day, I still don't even know if that's how you say it. I'm like, I'm not stupid, so I'm just like pronouncing it how it's spelled, but do you really pronounce it Durarara? I don't know. I watched like 4 to 5 episodes and I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Yeah, and I just couldn't. And then, oh my god, One Punch Man. Why does anybody like that anime? Like, tell me, somebody leave something in the damn comments to tell me why anybody in their right mind actually enjoys that anime. There's this kid who I used to work with, and I think he said that's his favorite anime. I don't understand why. There's no real plot. I mean, there's a plot, but it's stupid as fuck. First thing that like turns me off is that I have to read fucking subtitles, because I prefer my anime dubbed. I mean, I don't mind watching it subbed, but I have to actually fucking like it to sit there and accept that I have to watch and read subtitles. Like, I can't, like watching Attack on Titan with the subtitles does not bother me, because I actually got into that one and actually fucking enjoy it. But watching One Punch Man and having to read the subtitles and it sucks was like a waste of my time. And I'm so depressed that I watched all 13 episodes, I think it's 13, of that first season. I wanted to kill myself. So I hated that anime so much. Like, okay, I will probably go on a rant if I don't stop and go to the next thing. Oh my goodness. 9, the longest anime you've watched. That would have to be Naruto and Shippuden and Boruto. And second place would have to be Fairy Tail. Definitely. But Naruto takes the cake. That is the longest running anime I've ever watched in my life. And I would do it again. 10, shortest anime you've enjoyed. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be Chaos Head. Yeah. It's a really good anime. Not a lot of people have heard of it. You should watch that shit. Vic McNogda's in that one too. Okay. 11. Anime you've seen, but not many have. I just said one. Chaos Head. Planet of the Beast King. I feel like a lot of people have seen this, but it's just like a cult classic. It's not technically like one that like clear. A lot of people probably heard of it, but I don't know if a lot of people have seen it. But Death Note, it's like a cult classic. It's like, and it's also like one of those, it's either you hate it or you love it. I don't think there's an in between with Death Note. I love that anime, and I think a lot of people should watch it because it's really, really, really good and underrated. Same goes for this one, because I don't even know how old it is. Kikaishi? Have you heard of that? Kikaishi? You know, so rudely took the time slot on Adult Swim for Full Metal Alchemist once upon a time ago, and I was very upset because reasons, but I got over it because I started watching it and I liked it. Yeah. Number 12, anime that never gets old no matter how many times you rewatch it. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yes. And Naruto, if you skip the filler. 13, anime crush. Okay, y'all know the top of my list. Kakashi Hatake, Edward Elric, Inuyasha, Natsu Dragneel, and an honorable mention is teenaged Naruto, like 16-year-old Naruto. Yeah, I fuck with that. Okay, number 14, anime character you're most like, hands down, Edward Elric. Because I'm short-tempered, and I can be quite resourceful sometimes. And I'm good with kids when I want to be. Okay. 15, best animation. Full Metal Alchemist, Naruto, and Fairy Tail. I'm very partial to art style. That is the first thing that catches my attention. If I like the art style, I'm probably gonna watch it. Then comes the storyline. If I like the storyline, then I'll watch it. If I like the art style but I don't like the storyline, I'll probably give it a chance and then drop it. If I don't like the art style at all, there's a pretty good chance that I'm not gonna bother watching it at all, even if I do like the storyline, because if I can't stand to look at it, I'm not gonna torture myself. That was another thing that bothered me about One Punch Man. Okay. 16, favorite anime soundtrack. But I can't get me enough of the Full Metal Alchemist and the Naruto and the Inuyasha. I have multiple sheet musics of Inuyasha opening themes to play on my violin. Yeah, I got Fukemori, and I have Fukemori and Come, and then I have, wait, it's Itzazura Nakis. Yeah. And there's what, I own like 2 opening theme songs on my iTunes from Full Metal, and I need to get on that about buying songs from Naruto. Yeah. Number 17, character that gets on your nerves. Boy, was this a long list, but I narrowed it down. Jokin and Rin from Inuyasha. I don't know the character's name, but he's in Soul Eater, that little random character who literally has an entire episode dedicated to him at one point, who always like yells off Excalibur. I don't remember who the hell he is, but he's a little tiny little pain in the butt. I hate him. Lieutenant Armstrong from FMA. Happy from Fairy Tail. Oh, also the guy, I don't remember his name, he's also from Fairy Tail, but the guy who thinks he's like extremely handsome, but he's not, and he's always saying, man. It's so disturbing. But yeah, I don't like him. And then last is Rock Lee and Guy Sensei from Naruto. They're just obnoxious and annoying, and I can't stand them. I mean, they're very nice characters, but they're very obnoxious. I'm pretty sure everybody will agree with that. Moving on. Number 18. Character that grew on you over time. Naruto. There was a point in time when I was like, ugh, I hate you. We get it. You're gonna be the next Hokage. Believe it. I believe it already. Just shut up. Aw. Aw, that's the reason he's the way he is. Aw, you poor thing. Oh, stop treating him like that. He's just a poor little innocent boy. Stop being mean to little Naruto. He's gone through enough. No, bruh, he's a badass. I know you see him with that Nine Tails power. Don't fuck with him no more. Y'all need to stop hanging out my little Nine Tails little bro like that. Like you can't, no. Can't do that. Stop it. No, you don't know what he been through. Bruh, he done lost his parents on the day he was born. He's got the Nine Tails. Everybody freaking ostracized him. Ain't nobody love him. He finally got some friends now. He finally saved your fucking village. You coming at him, bro. Like, no. No, 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 no. No. Show him some love and respect. See how that changed? That's how I think of him now. Okay. 19. Favorite animal sidekick / summoning animal. Pikachu. I fuck with that Pikachu. Okay, cause you know, childhood nostalgic. I gotta stick with my first one. I don't really have many in the first place, so Pikachu. And I put on here honorable mention Ryuk. He's technically a god of death from Death Note, and I don't know if he technically counts because he's not an animal or a summoning animal. Do you know what I mean? But Ryuk, he's awesome and he's hilarious. All right, okay, 20. Favorite weapon / armor. Tetsaiga. I could have easily said something else, but let me tell you something. Once you watched Inuyasha as many times as I have, I cannot even tell you how many times I've watched it. It is that many. It's probably over 10 times. It's probably over 20 times, honestly. I don't know. But and then when the final act came out, it goes so much more in depth to the capabilities that Tetsaiga actually has, and it just became that much cooler of a weapon to me. 21. Favorite attack used in an anime. Dragon Twister. That's used in the 3rd Inuyasha movie, Swords of an Honorable Ruler. Fitting, because it's about the swords, Tetsaiga, Tenseiga, and Suonga. Don't get me started on my Inuyasha facts. I will school you. 22. Best anime villain. In previous lists, I would have said Naraku because I did not have that much experience in watching very many animes. Now I watched way more now, and I would say hands down the White Zetsu or Kaguya or whatever from Naruto Shippuden, because that shit went deep. I did not know how deep that freaking shit with the whole like ninja war like really went with like Hashirama and all that. Like I really did not understand how deep it was until I got to the end of the freaking, what is it, the third or the fourth Ninja War? I don't know. But when you learn that it's like deeper than just Naruto and Sasuke, deeper than Hashirama and whatever the other dude's name was, that it goes beyond them and it goes back to Kaguya and her children, the people who fucking created chakra to begin with, to be able to do these things. And I was just like shook. I was like, hot damn. I was like, here, I thought it was just some simple little feuding problem. Nah, this shit been going on for centuries. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy insane. Like, I had no idea. And I was just like, when I watched that, I literally had to pause it and I was just like, my mind is blown. I really couldn't handle the information. Like, the information was like overwhelming me. I was like, I really can't watch the rest of this until I can fathom what the hell I just heard. But that really got me. So yeah, the White Zetsu and Kaguya for sure. And my battery is about to die. I'm probably gonna have to take a hiatus and continue this another time, because it's really about to die, and that really saddens me because I just charged this before I recorded. All right, we have returned from the land of the dead. So last time you saw me, it was approximately, it was like 2:20 something in the afternoon. It's now 9:00 p.m. because between now and then, when I was charging my battery, I got called into work and I was pretty sure that I would not have to work today. Yay me. I just got back from work and guess what? I wasn't really needed because a bunch of the appointments called to cancel. This is a mood. I drove out there for nothing. Only 2 appointments showed up. I could have stayed home. Such is the life. Anyway, before I went there, while I was waiting for the battery to charge, I went out and got some food and I finished up the current anime that I was watching, which I just finished during that period of waiting for my battery to charge, and it's called Your Lie in April. It hit me right in the feels. I cried and I'm upset about it because I'm not an easy person to make cry, and it pulled at all of my damn heartstrings, and I'm very upset with everybody who had anything to do with the making of that anime. But it was so good, and I don't usually like animes that could like be real, you know, like real life stuff. There's nothing fantasy like in there at all. It's all real, normal, human, everyday stuff. But yeah, just to update on what happened from between then and now. You don't care. Let's get into the rest of this, which you probably don't care about either, but let's get back into the rest of this. Okay, so I believe I left off at 22, which is best anime villain. I went into all of that, you know, Black Zetsu, blah 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 blah. Okay, 23, most epic scene ever. Yeah, who's really gonna be the one to actually dictate what is the most epic scene ever in all the history of anime? Definitely not me, because I haven't watched that much. I've watched a lot by my original standards, but yeah, no, nobody can actually call it that. I listed a few. They're probably still not even like that much. They're just, I don't know, maybe like the most epic fight scenes of the animes themselves. I put FMA Brotherhood, the ending fight, basically when Ed is like, you know, fighting father. Naruto and Sasuke battling Kaguya. Come on, I think we can all pretty much say that that was pretty fucking epic. But not as epic as Naruto and Sasuke beating the shit out of each other until they literally couldn't stand up. That's obviously the best fight scene ever. It's the funniest fight scene ever. Okay, anyway. The final battle was in Fairy Tail. I worded that really weird. I don't know. If you've seen Fairy Tail and the ending, fights, battles, or whatever in Fairy Tail, well, the ending that we currently have, because they're continuing Fairy Tail finally. But yeah, you know, I have a lot of mixed feelings about Fairy Tail. Not with the anime itself, but its creator. What's his name? Hiro Mashima? Hiro, whatever his name is. I'm coming for you. I have a lot of words. Anyway. 24. Best anime fight. Oh my god, I forgot. I already said it. Naruto and Sasuke beating the shit out of each other. Basically, you could say any fight between Naruto and Sasuke, period. Because every fight they have is like this big thing, and I love them. Okay, 25. Most badass scene from any character. Naruto. When he transforms into Nine Tails to protect Konoha Village / Hinata. Because you all know how he like flipped switches when Hinata got like thrown to the ground and she was bleeding and shit, and he was just like not having it. Then Nine Tails came out like pretty much. Hinata, when she stands up to Nagato, which prompted Naruto to flip into Nine Tails mode and, you know, flip shit. Not to drag Neil from Fairy Tail, using the full extent of his powers. Lucy Heartfilia, also from Fairy Tail, when she almost won her fight in the Grand Magic Games. When you saw what she could really do for the first time, for real, but then things did not end in her favor. But that was awesome. 26. A moment that shocked you the most. Crazy Kaede. Oh my gosh, Crazy Kaede. If you've ever seen this anime called Shuffle, I love it to bits. I've watched it about like maybe 3 or 4 times. But it's got this character, her name is Kaede, and she lives with the main character, Green, and he's kind of like the guy in the show that all the females flock to. They all want to be with him. Specifically, there's this demon girl, and then there's a goddess, and they're supposed to be betrothed to him, but he has to decide which of the two that he wants to be with. And Kaede has had a long going crush on him since the beginning of time. And he ends up dating one of his best friends, Asa Shiguri, and Asa is like awesome. She's like the best character in that entire anime. And basically he starts dating Asa, right? And Kaede gets like crazy jealous, and Asa has like some kind of sickness, right? And she's like really fragile. Like, she's not like a pushover or anything, but she's just fragile, like health wise. And so she comes over with Reen, and Kaede just snaps, and she's literally just yelling at Asa, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. And then she's like slams Asa into the wall, and Asa starts having like, I guess like heart palpitations, like she like passes out or something, like has a seizure and passes out. Kaede like straight up says that she wishes she was dead, and she's like, and meanwhile like Kaede's eyes are like, you know, anime characters have huge ass eyes, and her eyes are like perfect circles and they're like bugged out, and she's just like, the veins are popping out, everything, and she just looks like mad fucking crazy. So ever since that, I've been calling her Crazy Kaede. There's even a freaking meme for her. Like, come on. Like, that was the moment that shocked me the most, because she's the super quiet, shy character in that show. So flipping quiet. Like, talks in whispers. Totally sweet and innocent. Yeah, I was shocked because she was like fucking crazy. Literally told her to die and shoves the sick girl on the ground. Like, there you go. You have to see that scene. If you don't want to watch the anime, I understand, but that scene is just like, oh my gosh. Okay. 27, best plot twist. Madara is not the villain. He's just a pawn, bruh. I just realized that I called him the wrong name earlier. I think I called him like Hashirama? I don't remember, but I meant to say Madara. Madara Uchiha. Yeah, that mindfuck right there. When Madara is not actually the villain, like he thought he was the villain. But you weren't the villain. You were just a pawn in the bigger villain schemes. That's, you know, okay. 28, favorite quote from any character. Oh, I was supposed to look these up so I could get the full quotes. Damn it. Okay, there's a part in Fairy Tail where Lucy has a habit of like losing her clothing sometimes, and I don't know, there's a moment when Natsu had to catch her from falling from the air, and she's like not wearing anything, and she like, I don't know, something happened. And he was like, blah, 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 blah. Lucy Heartfeelmia, because her last name is Heartfeelia. He's like, Heartfeelmia. I just thought that was funny. I like busted out laughing. Like, that was like the funniest thing I'd heard in the entire series. Oh. This next one is said by Sesshomaru and Inuyasha. Inuyasha came into the world as a mere ignorant half-demon. You might as well die ignorant too. Something like that. It's in the third movie, Swords. What is it with me in the movie Swords? Because it's my favorite. But yeah, I used to know it by heart. I don't know. Oh, and my third favorite is equivalent exchange. Not just the quote in general, because it's said like a million times in the show, but I'm talking about specifically the last episode of FMA Brotherhood, when Edward finally like pronounces his love for Winry in the cutest nerd way ever. Moving on. Okay. Oh my gosh. Number 29. Saddest anime scene. Y'all ever seen that one of those early episodes in Full Metal? I think the anime is literally titled Nina. Should I stop there? Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me demonstrate for you. Big brother. That is the most disturbing and saddest episode ever. Ever. To this day, when I rewatch the anime, I can't even watch it. I skip that episode. I can't do it. It pains me to my core. Like, why would you do that to such a sweet little girl and your dog? You did it to your wife too. Come on, you sick, twisted bastard. Ugh. I can't. Oh my god. Okay. Number 30. Saddest anime death. While we're on the subject of FMA, let me go ahead and say Maze Hughes. Y'all really had to kill off Maze. Come on. He was a good one. Oh my god, this one. This one killed me. I was not ready. I was not prepared. I'm getting sad just thinking about it. Oh my gosh. Watching Naruto Shippuden, I did not ever think that Jiraiya would die. I really did not think that he would die. So when it happened, when it was happening, I was literally just like, I honestly didn't even cry for Jiraiya because I was just like in total shock that tears wouldn't even come. I was just in shock because I was like, no, you can't die. You're Jiraiya. You can't. You know. No, you can't do that. You're not allowed. I was like in shock. I didn't cry, but I was like deeply pained, and I was just like staring at the screen like, this isn't happening. This is not happening. No. I still can't accept his death. It's not okay. Oh my god, and the other one, same show, Asuma Saratobi. I am so upset and it still pains me. It was, what, like, okay, so, cause watching the anime, you know that he's like in the entire thing, but he's never like a big character. I should have known, well, I did, I was more prepared for him to die because I knew for a fact that was what happens. That's what happens when you have a character who's been there the entire time, but all of a sudden you start making a bunch of episodes with him being the main focus. I'm just like, no. I just started to like this character because now I know more of his background, and now you're about to take him from me. Something bad is about to happen. And then he got injured and then he died, and it was very sad. And then I actually cried. I was like bawling, like ugly crying and sobbing for him. And I was like, no, why are you doing this to me? It was not pretty. Okay, 31. Character you wish had died instead. Orochimaru. 32. Character death you cheered for. Orochimaru. You know, when Sasuke killed him. But of course, he had to come back. Why can't you just die and stay dead? Come on. Oh, and I cheered for Naraku's death too. Who wouldn't? 33. Worst anime ending. That would be Inuyasha. It still bothers me to this day how terrible that ending is. I'm talking about before the final act came out. Because before the final act, they legitimately finished Inuyasha and they gave us this trash ending. Let me tell you how this ending goes. They never finished collecting all of the jewel shards. So the jewel shards are still scattered about, you know, being used by whoever, whenever. And they haven't defeated Naraku. Naraku is still alive and well and collecting the rest of these jewel shards. And they're flying off into the day. We will capture all the jewel shards and we will one day defeat Naraku. And I'm like, nah bruh, y'all gotta defeat Naraku right now. What kind of ending is this? Your ending can't be open-ended. I have to see it actually end. No. It's not how that works. So when I finished it, I was just like, what? And I was always sour about it. And then when did final act come out? I feel like the final act came out in like 2012, 2011. I know I found out about it a little late, so it might have came out a little earlier, but I know for a fact that it was not out when I was like still in high school. I didn't watch the final act until like after I graduated, but when I was in high school it didn't exist. And so that's why I'm like so sure that it was probably like 2011 or 2012, because I didn't watch it too late after it already aired, or did it air, or whatever, before it existed at least, you know. And I was like, what are you giving us a legit ending? And I was so stoked, and I love it so much, and you learn so much more information about all the other stuff that you learned in the first series, because it's like tying up those loose ends, and it makes so much more sense now. And I'm like, yes, there is so much stuff that needed to be like actually finished for it to make sense, and I'm so happy that they brought it back to give it its proper ending that it deserved, because it's so great. Okay, the next one is Fairy Tale. I can't really accept that now on this list because they are officially continuing Fairy Tale. At the time when I wrote this, they weren't going to continue Fairy Tale at all, because if you've watched what currently is the last episode, you know that it ends with Fairy Tale Guild doesn't exist anymore, and everybody is like split off and gone their separate ways. Natsu and Happy don't even know that the guild has been disbanded, and they like went off to train to get stronger, so they don't know anything that's happened, and they basically like dropped off the map. And Lucy stayed behind, and well, not technically behind, she moved to I don't remember the city they live in, but anyway, she moved to the city that the Grand Magic Games is like held in, and she became a reporter, and she's been keeping tabs on all the previous Fairy Tale members because she wants to, you know, keep tabs on her friends, you know. And she's been trying to search for Natsu and Happy. Natsu and Happy make a surprise entrance in the Grand Magic Games because, you know, they like to fight whoever, whenever. And they, you know, eventually see Lucy again. Lucy has them over to her house, and she's like telling them about like what happened and that the guild doesn't exist anymore. And Natsu is just like, no, that's not okay. So next thing you see is like basically Lucy wakes up and Natsu's like, yo Lucy, we gotta go. And they hop out the window, and there's like a shit ton of people like after them, and she's like, Lucy, what do you do? She's like, we're gonna go. Like, we're getting Fairy Tale back together. And I'm like, I'm watching the last episode, right? How are you gonna get the guild back together? You start the guild back up, but this is the last episode, period. And I like, because when I watched it, I was reading all the updates given by like the creator himself, saying that this was the last episode, period, and he wouldn't be continuing. And I was like, what is this trash? It's like you literally threw an ending together without a care in the world. And you know what? That's exactly what he did, because I heard that apparently, I don't know, some other YouTuber, I watched their video, another YouTuber said that they went to like a Comic-Con and he was there, and he legitimately like admitted to the audience that he just slapped an ending together and really didn't give two fucks. And to me, that's just really rude and unprofessional. I mean, like, if you're gonna write the story for it, I don't care if you're sick of creating it. You are obligated to finish your work, whether you like it or not. You wrote it, you finish it. I don't care if you need to hire somebody else to finish the animation for you. You find a way to make it happen. That's just rude to your fans. I'm sorry. That's what I was saying earlier when I said I got some words. I'm very upset with this man. I'm happy that he's actually continuing it now. But you don't do that to your fans like that. That's just, you know, like, you can at least like pass it on to somebody else to finish it. You don't just decide that, oh no, I'm just gonna throw together an ending and not really think about it and end it in a way that doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sour about it. Okay. $34. Anime you wish never ended. The top of my list is Fairy Tail. My second on my list is Kakaishi. I don't actually know if it finished or not, as I really feel like it never did finish or continue. I don't know. I stopped watching it because it stopped airing. So I don't know what's going on with Kakaishi. High School of the Dead, like I said, where's season 2 at? And FMA Brotherhood. Y'all cannot tell me that is gonna end like that. I mean, that's a great ending, but it's also open-ended for like a lot more to happen, because I do believe that Al is going to Shing with those 2 dudes who are still chimeras, and he's going to learn alchemy from May, and Ed is supposed to be going traveling to learn more about like the histories and the sciences and stuff. You know, their journey's not over. They're still researching to get stuff together, you know? Like, why is it, why am I still not having any FMA stuff? I need more in my life. You can't just leave me like that. Plus, I need to see Ed and Rinri officially together. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. 35. Manga that was better than the anime. Now, I can't say this from my own personal opinion because I've never read the manga, but I have heard many complaints from people who have read the manga. A Fairy Tail, saying that there's like apparently a shit ton of content not put in the anime, and I'm just like, okay, it's one thing to change it, but to not put stuff in there at all. And apparently a lot of it is actually like important stuff that's important to the plot and storyline. So I'm like, why is this not part of it? So I'm like, now I feel obligated to read it for real, because I feel like I'm actually missing a lot more than I should. So for me to actually understand everything, I need to read this manga. And I will eventually read it because I really do need to know what's going on. And apparently, like, the reason I the reason I am so pissed off about him like saying that he wasn't gonna finish the anime was because there's a bunch of stuff between character relationships that never made it to screen, specifically between Natsu and Lucy, and they're the 2 main characters. Like, come on. And there's also stuff, there's like 100-year quest, I think it's a 100-year quest, that never made it to the anime. That's supposed to happen. He just like said, oh no, I'm not gonna finish it. And I'm just like, no, like, why are you gonna leave all this extra content and then make an anime and then not finish the anime? That doesn't sit right with me. I'm that kind of person, like, don't do something and then do it halfway. Finish that shit. 36. Favorite anime couple. My number 1 is Edward and Winry. I call them Winward. Other lame people call them Edwin. I don't like that ship name for them because it's literally a normal name. I like calling them Winward. Okay. My second is Naruto and Hinata. Naruhina. My third is Natsu and Lucy. Nalu. And then I have Inuyasha and Kagome. Inukag. And then Miroku and Sango. And if there is a ship name for them, I never learned what it is. 37. Biggest difference between subbed and dubbed. Well, for one thing, they're different freaking languages. For stupid people who don't understand the difference, subbed means subtitles. So it literally means that you're watching it in Japanese with English subtitles. And dubbed means it's been altered to be in English. No subtitles, because you can understand what the people are saying. 38. Favorite voice actor. Y'all know it. Vic Mignogna. He is my #1 fave. The first thing I discovered him in was Full Metal Alchemist. I'm really attuned to voices. Like, I have a thing for voices, period. So I'm very attuned to like certain sounds in people's voices. Like, certain people have like a type of voice will like soothe me, they'll calm me down, they make me feel happy. There's a YouTuber I watch, she's a beauty guru. I don't even have to like watch all her videos for like the information or the content. I will legit just like listen, like watch the video just to listen to her for background noise, period, because her voice is just that soothing. I have a thing for voices, like for real. And Vic Mignogna is my favorite voice actor in the anime world. And basically anything, almost anything, because he's in a couple animes that I will never in my life watch because I already know what it is, and I don't like the art style, and I don't like what it's about, and it doesn't catch my interest. But first thing I watched him, it was Full Metal. I'm gonna tell you a little story. So back in the day, when I was starting to get back into it, I had only watched Inuyasha, and then I got into Full Metal Alchemist on my own. I started watching it by myself. For some reason, I just happened to find it on Adult Swim, and it just happened to be on the first episode, and I was hooked. And I'm talking about the original series, not Brotherhood. I'm talking about the original one. I watched it the way you should. And yeah, so I'm watching that. Now it's been about time that I've watched it, maybe like 2 or 3 times. And I remember Full Metal used to have a time slot on Adult Swim at 1 a.m. I also used to have a crap TV. Like, I had the TV in my room at the time was a TV that still had the huge back to it, and it was old as hell, because I swear we had that TV in the 90s. And I still had that TV in my room, because granted, like, how I was still... Did I have that TV in high school? Yeah, I still had that TV when I was in high school. So we're talking about a TV from the 90s, and I still had it up until like maybe 2000. Wow, I really want to say it was like 2010. I think. Yeah, I had it for that long. And it was so old and crappy that sometimes the screen would go completely black, and I'd have this like little line, and I could still hear what was on the TV, but I couldn't see anything. I would have to literally take my fist and pound it on the screen until the picture came back up. One of these times it happened when I was waiting for Full Metal to come on. It was 1 o'clock, and 1 o'clock happened. And then I was banging the screen, and I was like, I was like, come on. And then eventually, sometimes it wouldn't budge and I couldn't get it to come back on, and I would have to wait like an hour or two for it to work. So I turned on the TV out in the game room, and I go out there and I turn on to Adult Swim, and I'm looking at the screen. I was like, this isn't Full Metal. And I was like, but I go back into my room and I'm listening. I was like, this is not Full Metal, but that's Vic. I was like, I'm hearing his voice, but this is not FMA. That is how I discovered Kakaishi. That's how I watched the first episode of Kakaishi. Funny story. So then, Yoshimori Suminara was the second character voiced by Vic Mignogna that I started watching in an anime. And then it started as a trend. Every new anime I watched, I would point out who he was like that. Like that. Because what else has he been in? Soul Eater. And Soul Eater, he is Spirit Albarn. He is Maka's father and Death's... Wait, he's literally Death's weapon, his scythe? Death's scythe? Whatever. Yeah. And then he's in Vampire Knight, and he plays Zero Kiryu and his twin brother Ichiru. Then he's in Naruto. He plays young Obito Uchiha, and he's also the voice of Nagito. And then he's in Ouran High School. Ouran Host. Wait, isn't it Ouran High School Host Club? Okay, and he's Tamaki Sewell. I watched that anime knowing already that he was in it. He's the only reason I watched that anime, and then I kind of hate that I actually kind of enjoyed it. But yeah. Attack on Titan, it's not released in dub on Netflix, but I did find out after I watched it that he's actually the English dub character of Jin. I don't know how to pronounce his name because I watched it in Japanese. Okay. He's also in Chaos Head. He's the general. He's into Gray Man. He plays the Akuma Clown. He's in Shuffle, and he is Forbeshi, King of the Demons. He's the demon girl's dad. And he's in Bleach. He's Ikaku. And in Fairy Tail, he is Mard Greer. Or, I'm sorry, not Greer, Mard Gear. And I never got to hear him voice that character, but I did watch his character appear because when I was watching Fairy Tail, not all of the episodes are dubbed yet. So eventually I had to switch over to watching them subbed, and he's in the subbed portion. But in the dubbed version that isn't available to me, he is Mard Gear. Yes, I looked these things up, okay? Funny story, there's another voice actor out there that I consider to be number 2. Because I've mistaken him to be Vic multiple times. His name is Todd Haberkorn. The first time that I mistook him for Vic was in The Gray Man, which is funny because Vic is in The Gray Man, but I thought that he was I thought Vic was the main character, and he's not. It's Todd, and he played Alan Walker, and he also played Millennium Earl, also in The Gray Man. That was the first thing I mistook him for. And then he's also... They also work together in Full Metal. Todd is Ling Yao, and he's in Sailor Moon. He was Jediite. Apparently, I've been listening to Todd Havercorn since childhood, and I never knew it. They are both in Soul Eater. So Vic is Spirit, and Todd is Death the Kid. Another thing they worked in together was Ouran High School Host Club. Todd was Hikaru Hitachin. Todd's also in Attack on Titan. He's Marlowe. He is also in Chaos Head along with Vic again as Takumi Nishiju. Oh my gosh. He's the main character. Which technically I understand why he's the main character, because the main character Takumi and the general are technically the same character, and their voices are so similar. It makes sense. They're the same person, but like in different ages. You have to watch it, okay, to understand what I'm trying to talk about, okay? Just watch it. They're also both in Shuffle. Todd is Itsuki Midoriba. And Todd is Natsu Dragneel. Okay, another things that Todd's in that Vic is not is Rosario plus Vampire. He is Tsukune Ano. And in Sekire, he is Hayato Mikogami. And the newest one on this list, Todd is Shikadai Nara in Boruto. So if you watched the movie, the first Boruto movie, you've already heard him voice Shikadai. But he is the official Shikadai voice actor in the anime for dubbed, and I can't wait. Yeah. That's how deep it goes. I follow Vic, and now I stay following Todd too, okay? I need to go to a Comic-Con and I need to meet Vic Mignogna because he is like the voice to my life, apparently. Like, yeah, I need to meet him. I need to tell him, like, no, I would probably freak him the fuck out. I would probably creep this man out, that poor man. And I don't know, but I would demand him to do all the voices for me. In a nice way, not in a rude, like forceful, crazy demanding way. Just be like, can you please do all the voices? Okay, I am slightly obsessed though. Slightly is an understatement. Okay, but yeah. Did you know that the voice of Sango in the English dub of Inuyasha is also the voice of Barbie? No? Yes? You don't care? I hope you guys enjoyed sitting here listening to me talk for, I don't know, this video is probably maybe like roughly an hour long. Maybe? I don't know. I'm scared to see how long this video is, but thumbs up this video if you like it. Give it a thumbs up if you like anime. Give it a thumbs up if you like manga. Give it a thumbs up if Vic Mignogna is your favorite voice actor. Thumbs it up if you also hate One Punch Man. Thumbs it up if you think Naruto is the shit. Thumbs it up if you think I need to shut up. Thumbs it up if you think I should end this video right now. Alright, but for real, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more notifications to know when I upload. I upload every week. If you want to leave any comments, do so. I would like to see them. Recommend some animes for me. Recommend some manga for me. Leave me questions. Post some of your own favorite stuffs for all of this stuffs. I can't talk. But if you had answers for your own things, list them down below. I want to read them and interact with you guys. But yes, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.